Hi, I'm Tabi. I'm a transformational coach, and today we're going to talk about goal setting for ADHD. Or if you don't have ADHD, but regular goal setting techniques don't work for you. Or if, for some reason, ADHD techniques just seem to work better than other things for you, which is where I was at for a while before I was diagnosed. Either way, you're welcome here. One of the best goal setting techniques I know of is finding positive things about your goal and rewarding yourself. So if your goal is to build this business, what you're going to do is sit down and imagine when you're lacking motivation or you're struggling or you have something you have to do but you don't want to, you're going to sit down and you're going to think about what it will be like to have managed to accomplish this goal. And you're going to manifest it. So you're going to sit and you're going to think about what your office is going to look like when you have your dream business, what your clothes in your closet are going to look like when you have your dream body. And you're going to see it, hear it, taste it maybe, smell it, and pay attention to the emotions that it brings up in you. Sit in what it feels like to have accomplished that goal and borrow that motivation from the future. If you have ADHD like me, we're time blind a lot of the time. What is time anyway? Borrow from that future feeling and feel it now and use that as motivation to accomplish the things that you want to do and to work towards your goals. One thing I do want to talk about is setting a goal itself. So what are the best ways to set a goal? If you feel like you keep setting a goal and you keep failing and giving up and moving on to something else, it's not the goal necessarily. It's probably the level of the goal. If you say, I want to lose 100 pounds, and then you feel like after week 2, you always fall off and start eating ice cream every night, then 100 pounds is too big of a goal. And you need to focus on a smaller goal, like losing a pound, losing 10 pounds, or even making the goal not about the outcome, but about how you eat for 1 week, 2 weeks, a month. You want to pick a time period that feels doable and exciting to you instead of, I'm going to exercise every day for the rest of my life, which sounds silly, but I feel like a lot of us do try to set our goals this way. I know I should eat healthy. I know I should take supplements. I know I should get good sleep. I know I should exercise. And we just get overwhelmed by all the things that we should be doing every day for the rest of our lives. It's perfectly okay to have seasons of your life where you're not doing all the things. I'm going to say that again. It's perfectly okay to have seasons of your life, periods of time, where you're not doing all of the things you're supposed to be doing. What matters more is what you do over time. So if 9 months out of the year you eat pretty healthy and you exercise, that's way better than none. Giving yourself a break every 3 months for a month might be a good way to go about achieving your goal. Let's let our goals work for us instead of be something that we're stuck to, that we don't have a choice about. Our goals are serving us and they should be supporting us and helping us reach for things that are important and that we care about, that we're passionate about, instead of being things that we feel like we're tied to and we can't escape from. Set a goal that feels supportive and doable. So for instance, in my life right now, I have a goal that for 10 weeks, I'm going to do a specific stretching and strengthening workout. I have ADHD. I have struggled to have any sort of routine ever in my life. And different things have helped me get to a place where I do have a few routines. And one of the biggest things that helps me is knowing that if it's not serving me, I can let it go. There's so much freedom in recognizing that I set a goal, I reached the goal, the next goal I set can be different. So finding a time period that works for you, 10 weeks in this case for me, is enough time that I can stay focused. It's not forever, and there's something at the end of it that I'm excited to reach, which is my birthday, but also summertime. 10 weeks feels like an amount of time that I can stay focused and remember what I'm doing it for and keep to the plan. Now, if this was a 4-month plan, that's too long for me. I don't want to do that. That feels hard. maybe that works for you. Or maybe you need even less time. Maybe your goal is every morning you're going to set a goal for the day and do your best. You get to reset that goal. Maybe that's a calorie restriction or doing a certain kind of exercise or resting. Every day we get to reassess what we're doing and make a new goal. For me, every day would be way too much and I feel like I would lose the plot. So having this set up of a certain period of time that works for me, that I can stay focused, prepared, and set myself up for success. When I struggle, I'm going to sit down, think about what it's going to feel like to have achieved this goal and to have followed the steps that I want to follow for the next 10 weeks. And I'm going to use that motivation to help me continue on. Remember that goals are a target that you're aiming for. The real goal should not be to hit the bullseye dead center every time, like in that Robin Hood thing where like the arrows pierce into each other. The target is to give you something to aim for in general. Now, if you're doing something new, maybe you've got like a little kid bow that's made out of plastic with like an elastic and you like shoot that arrow and it goes 2 feet. That is information. You didn't hit the bullseye on this goal, but you know that maybe your tools aren't up to it. Maybe you need to build strength. Maybe you need to build resilience. Maybe you need to deal with the underlying things that are happening. Setting a goal does not mean that if you don't hit the goal that you are a bad person who will never succeed again, which is how I often feel when I set a goal and don't hit it. All it means is that we have information that's going to help us set a new goal and get closer to hitting it. Yes, the goal is eventually to be able to hit that goal and move on, but recognizing that just because you didn't hit it this time doesn't mean you never will. I feel like with ADHD in particular, we have this buildup, this backlog of things that we tried and failed. We weren't set up to succeed. People didn't know what we needed. We didn't know what we needed. And if you're neuroatypical in some way, that's probably been a similar experience for you. It's okay to let that go and to try something different now, to find a way that works for you and with you. And try lots of different things. Give yourself some grace and some love and some support. There's coaches like me that can help you set goals, figure out how to work with your ADHD, use the things that are amazing about it, and let go of the things that we've been shamed for. That's what I want for you. That's what I want for me. And that's it for today. I hope you got something out of this. Please drop me a comment and let me know what you're taking away and what you're going to be trying. I would love to support you any way I can, so let me know. And thanks for being here. I hope you have a lovely day, a lovely week, and a lovely life. I'm Tabi, and I'll see you next week. Bye.